What is up, my dogs? It's your boy, Mike Mason, here for a special fireside chat. We have an incredible demo. It's actually two demos in one. Kind of sneak one on you. The man of the hour that we're going to be watching work tonight is Tim Dreyer, an amazing glass worker, scientific glass god, and he's doing drinkware now that is absolutely phenomenal and incredibly creative. So we're going to watch him in action here in a bit. Let me take a moment to introduce my co-host, the lovely Carrie Strope.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Glad you could be here. Excited to watch this demo. This is one that I filmed and Mike
That,
edited.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, who made that pendant you're rocking there?
Oh, this is a Bo Barrett.
Oh shit, Bo Barrett, the homie,
Special
evolving.
person picked this one up for me at an
Yeah,
event.
evolving
Yeah.
creations, glass work there. Really cool cat. I really like Bo a lot. Okay, so like I said, Tim Burton is or Tim Dreyer. Jeez, we were just talking about John Burton, who's one of his influences. Sorry, that's why I got a
The
little.
big influence, actually. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about because the guys Tim wanted to be here, I think, but man, he was intimidated. The technical side of all this stuff, man, and his schedule now is crazy. Carrie, they spoke and he kind of answered some of our questions. So Carrie is gonna be Tim Dreyer tonight or whatever. But Carrie via Tim, how long? Could you just give us some of that background? I understand he's been doing this like 30 years. Is that right?
Actually, he's only worked at Dow Chemical for 30
Okay,
years. Yeah.
got you. Sorry.
He started this when he was 5 years old. He was saying his dad, and back in the 70s, his dad 70s, maybe earlier. I don't know. His dad was really into this, and his mom saw a book that he had wanted and bought it, and that's where the Jim Burton comes in, right? Or John Burton.
Yeah.
Murder this guy's name, everybody's
Right, yeah,
name.
totally. No, but
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Burton, incredibly influential flame worker, helped develop colors and all sorts of amazing stuff. I actually made a link in the video description to a video. It's John Burton, creative person, and it's a video about him and his life and his philosophy, and I cannot recommend watching this enough. Some of you guys are probably already familiar and like, yes, yes. And if you're not, just trust me that you will be like, yes, yes, after you're done watching that. Like a really interesting cat. Um, Very good. And so I think we'll jump relatively quickly into this demo, and Carrie can hit us with some more of these details as we go,
Yeah, yeah.
so to speak. If you're one of my Patreon players, the Z demo from Glass Vegas just dropped, so go ahead and check that out at torchpass.org. This piece is sick as hell. It's got a hollow eye and a solid eye. Too cool. And then that mouth is a joint. Fucking awesome. Anyways, I just wanted to shout that out. And then, if you missed it last week, most of y'all probably didn't, man. It was you. But Dan Hoffman's got an online class coming up. I really think Dan is somebody you would benefit from learning with because, like Tim, he's a graduate of Salem Community College, like the collegiate level scientific glass program, one of the only of its kind in the nation, if not the only remaining. And that's another detail. Apparently, Tim went right into Salem out of high school. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He
Okay.
he fell in love with glassblowing and wanted to figure out how to make it pay for his life, basically.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
very good. Very good.
Yeah,
And
so he started
speaking,
when he was 5 years old. So
hell yeah. All right, guys. Without further ado, let's start this party off. Glass Central Station. That's us. In this case, we were at East Coast Melt, an amazing event, a summer camp for glass workers, and me and Carrie essentially, barely sleep, because we film so much, until the torches go off and try to socialize a little bit after that. But guys, what we do, providing our industry with a form of high quality, comprehensive coverage, what I think it deserves. These are the companies that pitch in every month, and they help me get to all of these shows and cover hotels. And here's one that Carrie filmed because I was running the camera at the main stage, and it's we share as much as we can, and we're, very frugal. But there's some expenses you just can't, wish your way around. So all these cats really make it possible for me to do what we're going to get to see tonight. And I appreciate it so much. And then some of you guys pitching in on the torch pass. It all adds up to the ability of our industry to have this like ESPN type coverage. And it means the world that you guys and that everybody's here. So this is Melt. This is the beach at Melt. They were doing like a yoga thing at that morning, and shout out to Juan Knoll, the homie, man. Ran this drone around and gave me some footage, and it gives such a beautiful view of this property. It's a true summer camp, where tons of kids come out throughout the year, or summer at least. Over there, that big building is like a cafeteria with flame working stations. That van is a portable soft glass station or studio. You can play around with that if you want. The big top here is like where the main stage is at, where Salt and Itai and Phil Siegel were throwing down last year. And then these tents over here is like 120 plus stations with the homies throwing down. And man, it's just an incredible experience. This is older footage. In the next year, they actually expanded over that tennis court as well. And yeah, the property is gorgeous. It's up in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. Everybody's staying in these cabins. I helped come out and upgrade some of them, and at this point, virtually all of them, if not all of them, will be done before we return to the camp. They got hot showers. Man, it's just a super chill experience and an incredible social experience, an opportunity to just be there to melt glass with your friends and have fun and get to meet amazing artists and, catch them in a place where there's not any pretension and everybody's just happy to help one another. Now we're in the tent. This is Tim's incredibly unique setup, and I included this footage of him actually making a scalloped foot for a decanter. We'll run that another time, but I thought this gave you such a clear view of exactly how his setup works here. The torch is mobile, so we can move that around. Each of these rollers is mobile and adjustable. You saw him like adjusting the little bolt in the bottom, and you can spread them out or whatever. But by having two of them, in a supportive position, it allows him to kind of just work it almost as if he's got the piece on a lathe. And I just think it's an incredibly unique and super cool method of working. Some of y'all may have seen it, and he's got a couple of Corning demos that are really great. And man, it's a really, really cool way of working. So just enjoy this. Like I said, I thought this was just a good, quick introduction to it. A lot of the condenser is pretty zoomed in, so I thought it might be nice just to give you guys a wide view and get to see what he does. And so yeah, he's gonna punny up to this, and shaping a foot is this, generally a process of making that squat bubble and then flaring it open or whatever, with centripetal force or with a reamer or however you like to do it. But we're gonna see how he does it with this setup, which is what kind of allows him to work with many of the properties of a lathe. It's just like a super flexible tooling roller setup, But yeah, it has some very specific points of flexibility, being able to move them independently and, make it wider, make it shorter, make the spacing of the wheels wider. It allows him to work giant tubes, small tubes, when you just got a tiny blow tube on it or a punny. You adjust the wheels in for that. It's pretty fucking brilliant. So there he is getting a seal on there. Got that glass really nice and hot and just took his time giving it little tugs and puffs, I imagine. You just saw the material came together really happily. And the homie in the chat is asking if his torch is on like a drawer pull. I think it's like a rolling stand, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Carrie?
I don't remember. I just remember it moved in and out really easily.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he's
here he is
definitely
stretching
got a nice
this.
setup.
You can see when he's doing those stretching or blowing moves, he's kind of like slows down to a more incremental thing that I think he can kind of duplicate on his other hand, you know. So the rolling of the tube on the rollers is kind of, he's got to just got to keep that hand in sync or let it float when that's possible. So yeah, just soak that heat in and pulled that out, and that's what'll form the top of where the foot is. And now he's going to put this heat in here and make a squat bubble that will then flare out to form the foot. I really think he's just kind of providing just enough support and catch on that other hand, you know, to keep up with the tube on the rollers, you know. I don't think it has to be perfect, but you just want to make sure it's not adding drag. And there it is. He's giving it a puff and kind of pushing it in with his other hand to squat that out. And yeah, this thing is... this setup is just brilliant. See that? The torch can kind of roll around. I don't think it's quite like a drawer slide. See, you can go side to side. I really think it's kind of on a rolling stand.
Someone in chat was saying you can see the mount really well in the Corning video. It has multiple pivot points.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. And those are a great reference as well if you guys want to see him. He makes like a bell in one or something, as I recall.
Yeah, Tim was a really great guy to like sit and watch. He tells you exactly what he's doing, and see there's somebody that came up that had some questions or was watching, you know, and so Tim like basically just kind of walked him through it. He's taught classes before too. He's gone to like I think he was saying Pilchuck and Corning and a couple others, you know. So he's definitely chatty, even though he says he's not.
Right? It's like, this reminds me of a guy I used to play soccer with, and he was like, incredible. He was almost like Silent Bob type motherfucker, you know? Like, he really didn't talk. But out on the soccer field, you know, like he was incredible. He was an incredibly talented soccer player. And on the field, he was calling shots and this and that, like, but off the field, he didn't have a voice. It was interesting. I'm not saying that's quite what's going on here, but I mean, you know, it's like the homie's in his zone, man, you know, but if you put him on the spot, maybe that's not what he wants to deal with. Anyways, that was a really nice flame cut there. You just saw him let that material thin out, and it was really neat to see each ridge as that formed, or as that pulled away, rather, as the lip formed, I should say. So yeah, see, he adjusted the wheels, and now it's set up for this much smaller blow tube. And he's going to, like, make sure that this thing stays round, and then kind of let that cook back evenly so that it will flare out evenly. And, you know, and it was what I was mentioning, you know, it's like this is an environment where everybody's relaxed. Everybody's really happy to share what they're up to or work together. You know, a lot of those, you know, I mean, in the real world, it's tough to just go up to some stranger, you know, especially some guy you know, look up to and all that. But a lot of that is you know, it's kind of out the window at Melt, man. Everybody really does just want to meet people and kick it and not play those games, you know, about who's this and that. And I know it's still probably intimidating, but I'm telling you, if you haven't been, you'll know what I mean when you get there, and you see how relaxed everyone is, and you can let that guard down a little bit, and go and talk to that guy whose work you really respect, you know, and you'll end up learning something, you know. You end up asking questions and bullshitting around, and it's just like that. It's just a great time. I mean, like, it's one of these reasons I've got a Melt tattoo, you know, and me and a lot of others. It's just that magical a scene. And here you got, like I said, he cooked that lip back, and he's using the paddle just to keep it in check as it goes. And, you know, it's just so important that materials stay even during processes like this. And because his rotation is so even and everything is, you know, it's not coming out of place at all. And he knows all the angles to put into this. And it's, you know, a lot of the work is just happening on its own. He just facilitated the conditions for all the material to flare out with the centripetal force by making sure it was right and, checking it with the paddle when needed. It's like the littlest thing being off with the foot, you got to have that hole round, it's got to be flush, and it's got to be even. So he was enforcing those three things throughout the process of spinning that out, such that when it really came time for it to move, it moved evenly. And then he checked it at the end as well, but I mean, look at that. That is like machine perfect. Fucking gorgeous. And there was the decanter he was working on. We've got amazing footage of that. He added some decorations to it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's neat to see guys like this, that you're not, used to seeing them do decorations or this or the that. But, I mean, this guy does it all. I think he was maybe deciding that the foot was too big for that piece, and he made another after that. But it wasn't because there was anything wrong with this foot. He just had a certain size in mind. And guys, when it comes to this drinkware, maybe we could have looked at it before we jumped into this, but just trust me, all y'all need to go to his Instagram and see this incredible drinkware that he's up to. Now, I believe here he's making the nozzles for this condenser. Is that right, Carrie?
Sure.
Okay, I think that's what he's doing here, because the condenser's going to have these nozzles that you would, in theory, put some hoses on or whatever. And this is like a condenser. It was actually used as part of like a fucking still that he made for our homie Jess, who works with Carlisle.
You saved that photo earlier. We can look at that later, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to pop up at the end of this demo, so you'll see what it actually became. But these are the nozzles for it. So he's pulled these things down, and he's going to do these super tiny Marias just to, like, be the place where the hose would grab. Looks like he's just kind of tapering those down just a bit. With super fine control here. And yeah, these will get sealed on. And the purpose of this thing is, essentially it condenses material, but it's like the water cools it and all that, I'm not the scientific guy to properly explain this. I put an explanation in the video description, so you guys don't have to hear my butchered explanation of science. But essentially this is part of the still that helps pull the alcohol out of whatever has gone through it, and turn whatever you've done into liquor or, stuff to make a nuclear bomb. I don't know, whatever scientists use this stuff for. But,
well, at Dow Chemical, I will tell you, I did learn this. Dow Chemical, where Tim works, there are a bunch of researchers, PhDs, and basically they're all in the chemistry department, and they're working on ways to make the world a better place. And, Dow Chemical's been making plastics for a long time, and, plastics are out of style. So they're working on ways to make plastics degrade quicker, right? But anyway, he makes custom glassware for the scientists depending on what it is they want. So he works with them to kind of figure out what it is that they need, and then he makes one or two or three until he gets it right and they're happy, or extras, and then he moves on to the next thing, which I think he really likes because it's not like production, it's creative.
Yeah, so we just blew that all out super thin. Some of these old school guys, man, they'll do that stuff that your instructor was like, don't do that. Because you make all that glass trash or whatever. But if you know what to do with it, it doesn't matter. It's just, we had to stop you from doing it back then because you didn't know what to do with it. It was all,
well, he grew up in a time period when they had that chemistry for boys, and that's exactly what they told you to do, right?
Right. They were like, put your glass trash into a sandwich and whatever.
Swallow it with some scotch.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just making these smaller parts first, and then we'll see him actually make the condenser part with the bubbles that goes inside. And yeah, it's a pretty neat piece of equipment. I think it's just fascinating to see how he approaches these seals. All of these can be used to kind of form that jacketed section that, might have plumbing to form a recycler of some kind. It's the same type of seal, a different approach to it, perhaps. But it's all the type of stuff to tuck away so that when you have a design that calls for that mechanic of, that one tube inside of another, you'll have an approach to seal them together and get it started. Or if you just want to make a still, you never know.
Guess in chat they're talking about eating bubble trash.
Yeah, I'm joking around. There's like this video of this German lamp worker, and he's just like, he breaks that shit all up on a nice looking roll, and
Gosh.
right down the hatch. Yeah. So now the joke is definitely about eating it. Apparently it's so thin and such that, it's apparently not really going to harm you, but you're not going to catch me eating this shit anytime soon.
So it's okay to eat Brit and glass powder?
Well, this stuff is incredibly thin. It's like molecularly thin glass, Frit is not. Frit is, you got to think about it like Ant-Man,
Yeah, you would think it would be sharper.
There we go. There's another example. He's doing it right into the bucket kind of thing. You're seeing and really getting those edges nice.
Understand, anybody that's listening, we're not recommending that you eat glass.
Carrie, you seem pretty into the idea, though. It's like, what grade of Frit is safe to eat?
I'm just asking because sometimes I eat it in my dreams.
Reminds me of this old Christopher Pike book. It was like a young adult horror type author, It's pretty popular back when I was, I'll be 40 this year, so you got to subtract like 25 years, and Christopher Pike was killing it. But anyways, he had this story about like, it was like a high school murder plot, and they totally killed this chick by grinding up glass and putting it into her hamburger. Then she ate the hamburger, and the Frit destroyed her stomach. And I don't really think that's a plausible murder method. And if it is, you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from Christopher Pike. But anyways, anybody talk about eating glass, it always reminds me of that silly book. But shout outs to any Christopher Pike fans out there. Those books were the shit back in the day. Way better than R.L. Stine. You know what I'm saying? It was like Goosebumps for people with taste.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Goosebumps, I think, was targeted at a slightly younger audience. R.L. Stine had his own books that were supposed to be comparable to Christopher Pike, but I mean, if you knew what the deal, you know that he's no Christopher Pike, I'll tell you that. But anyways.
All right.
All right. We've gotten way too far away here.
For now.
Yeah.
So he was just checking the sizing to that other, the outside tube.
Right. Yeah. He's pulled down some cobalt to form that inner thing, and now will blow the balls out on it.
Blow the blue balls even.
We promised him we wouldn't make that joke, but
he asked for it.
I'm just playing. He's running that nice annealing flame there. That dragon's breath flame, just essentially all fuel, just maybe a tiny bit of oxygen. That's something to think about. Everybody's like, an annealing flame is just mad fuel. But it's really a spectrum. Because it's like you can go from a lot of fuel, of course, but it depends how much oxygen you have. And you start with a lot of oxygen, and that's going to be an annealing flame that's closer to working temperature. And then, you want to drop that down closer to the actual annealing temperature of glass with less oxygen, so the accelerant goes away and then it drops. So if you can help facilitate that, I think that's always best. Probably fine to just go straight from working temperature to a real annealing flame, with just a little bit of oxygen. But again, I just think it's important to think about that spectrum, because an annealing flame, can start pretty cold, but the more oxygen that you add, it can, and then the flame that is closer to working temperature, for example, that's what you want to throw on it if you have a crack that's starting to form or something like that, You don't want to shock the piece, but you want to get it, like, hot fast, and you want to keep it from like you got to go in between the section that's really working temperature and the section that's cooling right. You want to hit it with that flame. If you got to bring something up from pure cold, it's all fuel, baby. So there's these times when you want to go into that super rich propane flame but have more oxygen so that it's closer to that working temperature. I hope that illustrates a good case of when you want to do that. I'm sure there's others, but off the top of my head, yeah, like as a repair flame, sometimes you got to transition from working temperature to cold, so you got to start in the middle. So there's some bullshit about that. But yeah, here again, just soaking heat into the section, the amount that he wants to puff it out. And, it looks like he's not too concerned about the wall weight. You can see it thins out a little in the bubble on the one that's already blown. But if he wanted it to stay super thick, he would condense some material before blowing it out and heat up more material. All these things to think about when you're making a bubble. I always go back to that spoon, if you want to make that the bowl on the spoon thick, you gotta heat up a fat section of glass. It's the same mechanic in every other piece you'll make where you need a section to widen up but have the walls maintain thickness. Some of y'all kids out there skipping the spoons nowadays, so these examples have less relevance. But back in the day, it was like, the spoon was the way you were to guarantee you'd be able to keep making money while you learn to do this. So yeah, the homies are mentioning what an interesting flame he's using here. And here's like another example of one of these ones that's like, he's got the center almost, like in his full annealing, but he's got the outer in like a gentle, obviously a more neutral mix there. And I think that's allowing him to spread the heat around, while he's putting most of it into the section that the outer's hitting. So he's getting this, area hot enough in that way without using that center just lasering. Because the center fire on those CCs is like a little fucking laser, and it's a premix. So if you don't attenuate it this way, it's going to be a bit hotter than the outer on it. And it's so small and sharp that if it weren't like this, he would just be slicing into this thing in a sharper area than he wants. So I think this flame is allowing him to heat up the section that he wants without having to like move the tube around too much, if that makes sense. I wish he were here to answer that question, because I'm just speculating about exactly why he's running the middle so wide, all annealing-y. But I do think it's just to mitigate, because the center would be too small to make those bubbles, and the outer, if you raised it, would be too big. So this is like the perfect combination of the two to hit that size. But he would probably have a much more nuanced explanation, if not tell me I'm totally wrong, so who knows. Y'all saw some kind words in the chat. I really appreciate y'all out there who tune in and make this a party, and, every now and then you check in and let us know that it's helped on your path. That shit means the world. I love getting to do this, but, it's the fact that we get to have this party and that it's a positive thing for the community is really why I get to keep doing it. And so, it somewhere between, y'all benefiting from this and having it be a positive thing, and our passion for it equals us getting to enjoy this shit every week and hopefully for a very long time, and, bring a positive light to a medium that, there's these legal reasons, there's all these reasons that pipe making and borosilicate glass working is not necessarily getting the eyes. Even the traditional glass world is just starting to get like a decent reality show with Blown Away and that sort of thing, It's who knows if there'll ever be something that really gets into technique this way. But again, it's all because of you guys being here and making this a positive experience. And
it's 105 people watching right now.
Hell yeah, shout outs to all 105 of yo. So here, man, the homie's cooking that end back and just carefully, just making sure that it kind of forms a little bit of a tube there. But he wants it to have a nice even wall and that sort of thing. So it was just fun to watch that, and especially if you got this on a big screen, you can really see the way that he, controls where the heat is, chills that wall with the paddle on the outside, and he just knows that the material is going to kind of blow through it in a way that makes these even walls. It's the same thing we saw Freak do on the bottom of the carb cap, They're going in with a little graphite reamer, and that's going to be the seal. That's where it's going to go into the outer tube and hit that area and make the ring seal. Or I mean, it's not like a ring seal technically, but it's a seal in a ring. So.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I wish he were with us because there's probably a technical name for the type of seal that is. So here we go. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And I assume that subscribes to whatever scientific principles make liquor the best or whatever.
Yes.
And now here, look, I love this part right here. He's actually just he's rolling the condenser piece itself in the rollers. I mean, is there anything they can't do? Type of scenario. Now he's cleaning up the edge here or whatever. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Can you grab me one of those pink beers?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. I'm glad you're enjoying this footage. If you are new to the show and you don't want to miss this again in the future, go over and hit that subscribe button, click get notifications, and YouTube generally is pretty good about sending it out about half an hour in advance, and you can join us here for footage like this. Occasionally the artist will join us, which is always a treat. It's too bad that Tim couldn't join us, but he's been working at Dow Chemical and his hours have been all messed up this year due to COVID, and I think he's finally back to work with all 4 of the people in his department. So they were just taking every other day and working, and then now they finally got it back to everything's safe. So there's lots of ventilation in their building, and their building is separate from everybody else's building. So they're doing the good work. I'm sure there's lots of COVID-related research going on right now. I think you did say that they were making some Tyvek suits or something, some PPE at one point.
All right, so here's the end of this tube getting cooked back. You can see he's just letting enough material there, and then you watch it grow when you gave it the air. I mean, this is the type of stuff we do all the time, just cooking a tube back to a nice even wall there or whatever. That looks pretty goddamn stock. Look at that. Whew. Alright, so he stuck that bad boy in there. She's loose. She's loosey-goosey. But it's a pretty tight fit. Alright, here it goes. It's sliding it on in. And now they're going to become homies. I thought this was such a neat way to establish this seal. And I'm telling you, again, guys, this... If you have a section that has a piece suspended inside of it like this, the sky's the limit, you know what I mean? Because you can return drains from one to the other. So just something to keep in mind. And I know this is something for making, it's ostensibly a scientific apparatus, but I'm telling you, this is one to tuck away. And when the moment strikes, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I can put that thing inside of the other thing by just dropping it in and letting that seal form. And you can see it made contact, and it's staying in place because it's on this bad boy. It's not like he's going to accidentally drop it back way, and so that seal is there. It's connected. It's got all the glass that it needs. And he's able to work the interior of the seal now. I mean, it's all technically interior of the seal right now, right? But now he's going to be able to blow through it. And then at this point, it's almost as if he had flared the thing and did like a ring seal inside of it. But this is you know, for what he's trying to do, this is just an awesome approach. Look at that. And that seal is just gorgeous. That thing is in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look at that. So we started with the small reamer and moved to the big one, you know, no need to push around material too fast. If you accidentally push some material in there and it bunches up, that would be fucked up. That's something to notice, you know. Just don't be in a rush to jump in with one. It's nice to have like a tiny reamer and a large reamer. I love my like $5 eBay reamer that I got. It's like steel. It's made for punching holes in leather or some bullshit like that, but with a little bit of wax. It's great. So here's like the double seal or whatever. He just went right in on it. And look at that. I mean, great camera work, Carrie. Thanks for getting us such a beautiful shot that's so clear and allows us to watch exactly what's happening here and how he's distributing material. This is a real pleasure. Thank you for making this possible.
Glad Tim let me film this, and I'm
no worries.
glad it was warmed up a bit.
Yeah, no, this is great. He's doing that incremental thing I was mentioning, just something to notice. It's like chink, 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 chink. You know, he's not doing that full slide that he was doing when he's trying to heat the material, because he's got to control it on both sides, and it's not like truly a lathe, you know. That's such a fascinating process. This is just too fucking cool, man. And I think he's letting it settle now. See that? He let it settle in the middle. Because it was loose, you know, because it was still hot. So there he let the motherfucker settle, and see now it's centered in the tube. So that's the point at which you settle it.
Just move that torch.
Yeah, yeah. That setup is fucking awesome. I wish I could tell you exactly who made it for him. It's something we're going to shoot him a message about if he doesn't drop by the post in Torch Talk, which is...
Yeah, I've got a message request in.
Okay, cool.
We might hear by Friday. That's Tim's day.
Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. He's dropping the hand torch on here. All right, and check it out. He dropped it from the top at first, but then he quickly flipped up to the side so we could kind of heat it from the top, and you know, not it allowed him to control the taper as that hole opened. And I think it's just like opening the hole for a bowl. You know what I mean? Like if you drill it, you know, but then hit it from the side as you're popping the hole, it allows you to have that thicker lip, and then it's not going to want to cook back on you and all that. I think it's about the same theory here, even if he would never think of it like, you know, making a pipe or whatever. I'm always trying to relate it back to the spoon because, you know, that's such a fundamental exercise where so many of us learn about these things. So yeah, he's got that hole that's opened. Like I said, just a really controlled way of opening it. Heated just as much as he needed, but then, you know, like I said, moved up to like just hitting the top of the pyramid or whatever. I don't know the right way to describe it, but... And it looks like he wanted to widen up the connection there a bit. And I think that he's doing it now before that hole is fully popped. It's still got like a super thin membrane there. And you know, and that reminds me of when I was learning with Mike and Nan, Merge Scientific. Like he's a similar guy like Tim, you know, like scientific glass god level practicer. And oh shit, it's your boy. Anyways, they'll often do that, is get the hole established and then make some other moves while it's still closed but, you know, ready to go. Like for example, when Mike and Nanny was teaching us how to do the he does like a cline that has like connections on 4 sides. It's fucking crazy. But when he was doing that, it's like he sets up each thing, he sets up all 4 of those before, because once all this other shit is in the way and all that, you don't want to have to go moving a bunch of material around. So just something to think about, if you can get that thing set up and then do whatever else you have to do while it still has that super thin membrane of glass, and then you can pull that glass away and get down to business.
That massive hand torch.
Yeah, that's like a national or something, it looks like.
Okay.
But yeah, those premix ones, they get very hot. He's working this seal just like you would on a lathe because it's stuck on that axis, right? So you just kind of got to flip it up and down and hit corners of it. And by going up and down, you can kind of let gravity help you distribute the material, because it's not like on the bench where you've got the freedom of all these degrees that you can hit, angles and such. But here he is, so he's just gonna keep hitting this at the on all four sides or whatever until that seal is really all super happy. And those hand torches, yeah, those premix tips, they get hot as hell, and they're amazing for working seals like this, especially in clear. Now, something to notice here is that he's very rarely just drilling the spot when you're using these hand torches, especially these super powerful ones. If you can hit it at an angle where it instead of just blasting straight on it, you can kind of lace it across the through shooting through the channel, so to speak, instead of just shooting directly into the ditch or whatever, if that makes sense. That can give you a bit more control, because it's like using the side of the flame on your torch, instead of just blasting on something. It just gives you a little bit more finesse. And when you're trying to do these unbridged seals, the more finesse that you have, the better, because if you get too much hot, that motherfucker's going to droop off and get silly on you or whatever. So
his first torch was a hand torch.
Okay.
I just remembered that.
Nice.
Because that one looks so old, I'm thinking maybe that's his first torch.
Could be. So yeah, he's just continuing to work this seal around until it's, extremely smooth on all those angles. A guy like this doesn't quit till it's really proper.
He's already been up to the screen printing station.
Yep. Yeah, shout outs to Handmade. Man, the homie had the screen printing thing going. People could bring their shirts that they wanted and make a melt shirt. It was pretty neat. There's a million things to do at Melt. Fishing tournaments, glass tournaments, skate parks, go-karts, all that stuff.
Illicit recreational activities? No.
Never.
Not at Melt. It's a kids camp.
It's not a very funny joke, Carrie.
I'm sorry, it was terrible. I'm just making sure that everybody knows it's a kids camp, yeah. So we're all approved.
No. And there, yeah, he scored that point, and opened it up. I guess to just get that handle out of the way, maybe he'll cook it closed. Or just remove it entirely down to the tip. But yeah, that bad boy's in there. We got one nozzle on. It's almost ready to make liquor.
Yeah, wow, that's centered.
Yeah, everything on it is really nice. And he's been doing this long enough. I'm sure his work without this thing that he's created would still be pretty damn straight, but he's essentially working, lathe straight here because of this setup that he has. So here we're over to the other side now. And he's going to very much repeat what we saw, clean that end up and then be able to perform the seal. I think he's going to bring it down all around it at once. Very exciting. And yeah, huge shout outs to Tim for letting us capture this. And if I'd known the schedule thing and all that, I would have been like, "Look, can we just record the phone conversation or something?" You know?
I know. Like partway through,
Right,
I'm
like,
like, why don't I have a video or like an
yeah,
audio record thing
like
here?
by the time we figured it out that it wasn't gonna work, it was like we'd already talked to show's length of time anyways. It was like,
I
damn, we
know,
should have just
right?
recorded this shit. That's just how it goes, though. I think Carrie's done a great job of remembering a lot of the stuff he was mentioning. See how here he goes? He's like just kind of pulling it down around that shit, almost like a point. And we're here like between tents in the background, so you're seeing people kind of walking between the big top and the tent where the homies throw down. And yeah, it's like not quite time to make any announcements just yet. But the Melt Boys have announced that like they're in the process of sorting things out. And here we go. Here's where he cooked that seal down just directly over the end, which is kind of a different way of approaching this. Like a whole different. It's like a different version of the spell. Yeah, this is a brilliant methodology. And oh, there he goes. He used the nozzle to blow into it. What? Because now they're two separate air chambers. You know what I'm saying? Right? That make you get.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Because the part outside the condenser doesn't have any access to air right now.
Yeah. The blue
Other
part
than,
goes all the
like,
way
you know,
through.
that's why he left that tip of the point open, and then I guess he opened it even more when we weren't looking. But that's why he had to do that. He puffed out through. That's why he added that nozzle too, I think. Because that way he had something to have air access to hit the other side of the seal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to hit the inside of the seal too. There's certain instances where you don't have access to that, you know, and you got to make the seal happen. But you usually end up with air access later to clean it up, kind of vibe, you know. So that was a cool moment where he used the nozzle to give it a puff. And yeah, now doing that double seal over it now that it's open again. And so yeah, like water is gonna be able to go through that outside of the blue part, right? Like in the tube. And whatever's passed through the tube is gonna get cooled down by it and such, you know, and want to condense out, I guess. Not Mr. Wizard over here, but you guys can start to see the concept, right? Like something can be passed through that blue tube. It's like them Illiduf coils back in the day. Just imagine the Illiduf coil surrounded by glycerin instead of this blue thing, you know? It'll be surrounded by water or whatever, you know? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, those are like bongs that have this giant section that's like a condenser just like this, but it's got the coil condenser instead. So it's like spiraled glass. But they put glycerin in them, and you could put it like popped out, so you could put it in the freezer, and then the glycerin would get very cold, you know, and you'd take your hit through it, and the air would get exposed to all that temperature difference, you know, and by the time you hit it, it would be cold. And that's the same thing that's happening here, you know. It's pulling whatever out of the things, you know, so you can make liquor. And here's that same deal. Watch, see, it gets that going, and then he'll come back to the top of it, I imagine. See that? Boom. And he'll grab that material. And that right there, guys, like, always remove material when you're opening a hole unless you intend to widen it out to form to form some space or whatever. Because when you make these seals, it's like an analogy that you guys, some of y'all have probably heard me use before, but I really like it. I picked it up from Preston Hanna. He was like, well, what happens when you cut a hole in drywall? Right? Like there's a circle of drywall sitting on the ground. It's the same thing in glass. If you just open a hole and ream it all out, it's like, imagine there's like this thick thing of drywall or something, right? Like, that's not how it works. It's the same thing in glass. You don't want all that extra material unless there's a very good reason to have it there. So in this case, you know, it's got a nice rim, not too much extra glass here, you know, so that seal that he just made, look, I mean, that seal is practically done now, because they were both hot enough and happy enough, and there wasn't a bunch of extra glass. He just touched them together, and they were like, oh, fuck yeah, you my dog, you know, kind of thing. He's gonna clean it up still, don't get me wrong. It's just, it goes to show you, you know, how effortlessly that happened. And I've talked about this before, with Mike Gannan, you know, like another one of my teachers. But he has this theory about seals, and it's 40-40-20. And your first 40% of your work is getting the holes opened and then being flush and round, and then the next 40% is the initial seal. And then if you've done both of those things right, the stage that Tim is in right now is your last 20% of your work, you know, is just cleaning the seal up. And this is a perfect illustration of it. Look how little he had to do to make this motherfucker look clean. So these are the things to think about. And then the other thing about that teaching method is that if you do less in any step, it transfers to the next step. So if you don't do 40% in the first step, now you've got to do 50 or 60 in the second. And if you don't do 50 or 60 in the second, now you've got to do 40 or 50 in the third, you know, to get to 100% of the seal. So it's just a thing to help you visualize prep and how that leads to making a better seal and less effort to make the seal happen. So when the material is right, when everything is proper, and, you know, when you do your job, so to speak. So there it is. There's another nozzle on there. It's got them on the two opposite ends so they can kind of flow through and, in theory, have more action. Yeah. Cut! And this is what it became. This is the apparatus, man. It looks like a crazy bong or something, but this motherfucker makes liquor. And that belongs to Jess, man, the homie from Carlisle. So big shout outs to Jess. Awesome guy. Yeah, he's a great dude. Always comes out to melt and help set up the torches, and barefoot water skis, man. He's like a championship level barefoot water skier. Absolutely incredible. Guys, these companies that we're seeing for the next minute or whatever, they pitch in every month and help me go to these shows, and they help me not go crazy when I spend a week editing, and, you know, instead of being in the studio. All these things, it all adds up one way or another, and they make it possible for me to do this, you know, without having to, like, hemorrhage cash out of our own pockets. I mean, we're right on the verge of sustainability, so, you know, it's still like we're donating all the time, but at least we're not having to pay for all these flights and all these things, because at a certain point you just can't do it, and then we wouldn't, you know, give this medium and our industry what it deserves, you know, which is dank, proper coverage. And us getting to have this party here, and, you know, and helping artists, you know, spread this knowledge and spread positivity and this love. So huge shout outs to everyone involved, some of y'all on Torch Pass, and then all y'all out in the audience, because if there was not an audience, you know, it's all just cycles together. So Carrie has something to say, it sounds like.
Oh no, I'm just waving at everybody as Ghost Carrie in your frame.
Oh, okay, Ghost Carrie. Oh, there she is. Yes, look, there she is, everyone. Yes. Thank you, Carrie. No, but for real, you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I really appreciate Tim. Let me give him another shout out. That was an incredible demo. We've got a bit more footage that we'll share as well. How many people are with us right now, Carrie?
134 is what I see.
All right, we'll throw some numbers in that chat, 1 through 150. And I want to pick some winners. I still have to do some mailing, you guys. I have been going crazy. I'm not joking. This Z demo, man, I want to give a shout out to my dog Mo, who stepped up. We had a homie who the flights got all fucked up. They did not make it to Vegas. By the time they could have got there, it would have been pointless. So I was down a camera person, and Mo stepped up, but he had never been on this camera, and he did an amazing job. But it made it take a lot longer to edit, is what it is. So yeah, whew, it's been a slow month on the Patreon tip, but anyways, where are we talking about that?
I think you were just giving people time to guess. Are we doing game night tonight after this?
We're gonna play some games. Hell yeah, we're gonna play some
Awesome.
games. You
Cool,
know we
cool.
do.
I love that image.
We'll play some games together. Oh yeah, I was just explaining why I hadn't got the sticker packs out yet, because
Oh,
I know
that's
some of
right.
y'all are waiting. I know some of them have gotten out, but you know for the most part, I'm not kidding. I've been like obsessively editing that Z demo, and it just takes time. It's all good. And it's in a shape that I'm very very happy with, and I'm so glad that we have it, and I'm so glad that my dog jumped on that camera to do that. Another dog, Hanun, jumped on to catch that Wicked demo.
I was just
My
thinking we didn't see Hanoon in chat today.
Yeah, I don't even know how much I'm like putting somebody's business out, but I had a third camera person, and they also backed out. They got incredibly sick and ended up in the hospital after Glass Vegas. They flew out and never even made it to Glass Vegas. They made it to like the
Yeah.
pre-party thing, and then that was it. And when they got back, like they were in the hospital, like in serious condition. Um, so like I had this whole crew set up to cover the demos, and then my friends just ended up stepping in and running cameras. So it's making it take a lot longer to get through that footage, you know. Otherwise, we would have done like the on-stage special and stuff. Like, I can't wait to share that, you guys. Maybe y'all want to enjoy some music.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Never mind.
No, y'all go. Could we? I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know if I have the footage on hand right now. I'd have to like switch hard drives or something.
Oh yeah, okay, but well, it's not
probably not.
easy then.
Yeah.
People are still getting numbers. We got gangs of people in the 70s and the 40s apparently.
Oh, I do have the music.
Since Ganoon is not here in chat, I just wanted to make sure and let everybody know, if you already see that your number is picked, use that Control or Command F function. You know, you can search for it. If your number is already picked, you're not going to win. If you're picking more than one number, you're not going to win, because that's against the rules, and we'll just X you out. So if you're the second person that picks one number, you don't have a chance of winning at all. So just, you know, look to see if your number's on there, and if it's not, see if you can't retract that message and give yourself better odds.
Hey, I really like this jam at the end. I'm gonna throw it on for you guys.
Awesome.
Make your way to the nearest exit, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Since we all are friends and families, all are in the night. There's no matter where you come from, we to feel alright. Since all are friends and families, but now we can say it's true. There's no matter where you come from, it's alright with you. There's no worry, oh it's gonna be just fine. Say we found what we're looking for, so the lights on go and sing some more. Say no worries, yeah, oh it's gonna be just fine. Say we found what we're looking for, oh no we'll be good. Say, cause now all our friends and family, all are in the night. There's no matter where you come from, it's easy to feel alright. Say all our friends and family, they don't know we can say it's true. There's no matter where you come from, it's alright with you. Say alright with you, yeah. Alright with you, yeah, yeah, yeah. You play the last solo of the night, you know, we got one more verse of this.
Ending strong, boys. Ending strong.
Here we go. Said we come from many states, working so hard to appreciate, trying to teach love and naughty. They say we all love so much faith, for no matter what we singing on, we got the vibes and we feeling strong. wonder why you sing it loud. Yes, cause my friends and family swore. Said it all our friends and family. Said it all our in the night. Yes, no matter where you come from, cause we're here to feel alright. Said it all our friends and family. Said no way we can say it's true. Yes, no matter where you come from, is it alright with you? Is it alright with you? Yeah. Come on, is it so alright with you? Yeah. That was the Glass Expo, Las Vegas. You're watching some high reports from you, baby, and young. Oh, 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 cause we all are busy family, so we all are in and out. There's no matter where you come from, cause we're here to feel alright. So we all are busy family, all we can say is true. There's no matter where you come from, cause we're alright. That's the first. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. All right, we got a quick.
All right. That shit was nice. So yeah, Glass Vegas on stage special coming with all that music and such. But man, that like the editing's taking its time. So, all right, let's pick some winners here for some numbers. All right, is all the numbers in?
Yep.
All right, let's do this for our friends and family. Oh, we say 1 through 150.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. Now, guys, whoever wins, excuse me, prize centralstation@gmail.com, and tell me what you won, because I think like we'll pick a couple people for a pack with like some millie and such. Just remind me, like I won the pack with the millie. Because otherwise, man, I don't know. I'll check it later, but yeah, that's the best thing. So, prizecentralstation@gmail.com. Clickety-clack. Do we have a 14? No, I don't see a 14. All right.
Great. Oh,
What?
yeah. It was
You see one?
145. No.
No? All right.
I don't.
All right. Nope.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. All right, it's okay. I'll play another song if I have to.
Well, I just figured I could chat a little bit. There was a question in chat. Caleb was asking about classes at Lincoln Hot Glass, and I was going to say, I was going to start organizing a bunch of classes this year at Lincoln Hot Glass with traveling instructors and such, but then COVID happened, so everybody's still kind of in a holding pattern as far as that goes. But yeah, if there's interest and the whatever the COVID chart hand thingy is,
Man.
at yellow or below, we may be able to organize those, and you can always come up for special classes if you
Yeah.
get in touch. I think it's lincolnhotglass@gmail.
We were on point, like, to announce some crazy shit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. But now we can't talk about it. It's okay. Man, how are we not winning picking these numbers? Is this really is
All right,
something
there's
broken?
lots of twos to sift through here. So
Okay, oh goodness.
2020, 21st.
Oh wait, I see a Scotty G. So if I'm not
Really?
saying so, well,
I'm
there's
not
like
there yet.
30 other instances to choose from,
Exactly.
so we got to make sure. But there's definitely a winner on this one, so.
Oh, Scotty G. All right.
Is it Scotty G?
Yep, that's That's what I
Okay.
see.
All right, that's what's up. Yo, Scotty G, hit me up, mikemason@gmail.com. Wait. Prize Central Station. Sorry, I fucked up. I've been doing this too long. No, Prize Central Station at gmail.com, please. Some of you guys have still hit me up there, and I'll get it. It's just, man, sometimes they end up in the spam folder or the promotions folder, all this weird shit. So I set up an email that's just for prize stuff. So, yeah. All right, let's pick another winner, man. These will be a pack with some million stuff, man. We'll hook that pack up. 78. And then we'll play some games, man. I'll get y'all some sticker packs. I see two 78s. There's already about to be a fight. All right. I see. Carrie, are you seeing BY?
Say the number again. Sorry, I had to.
78.
I was policing. BY. It looks like my first.
It looks like BY. Yeah, Shippity Glass. I'm sorry, dog. You definitely in the future, you definitely want to check and see if anybody had your number first. So, yeah, all right. So BY or buy whatever it is, man. Get at me, prizecentralstation@gmail.com, man. You and the other homie, man, just let me know that y'all won the first drawings with like Millie.
Somebody was asking about your Snoopy way earlier in chat. Is that Snoopy been around with you, or is that an eBay find?
Oh, I've had that Snoopy mad years, yo. That's tracksuit Snoopy. I don't even know when I got him, but man, I hadn't had him since I was a kid, but I got him when I was like 23 or something. You know, I was like, whoa, hell yeah, this motherfucker's coming with me.
One other question.
Now I'm gonna go grab this guy. What's
Snoopy, up?
Yeah. We're done. We're never done with Snoopy, but I will let you.
Okay. I had another question to relay from chat. Somebody was wondering if there was any chance that any of the Torch Pass hunger level things. Is there a hunger level open?
Nope. They'll open if I don't know, when people cancel, but those packs are, not to toot my own horn, but those packs are hooked the hell up. So yeah, it's kind of rare for slots to open. Yeah, but check this guy out, yo. Check him out, man. He's got the fucking Snoopy, his own brand of shit, man. He's like fucking like Puff Daddy or some shit. He's crazy with it. And he's also like a straight striped up, man. He's like Run DMC and this shit. I don't know. I thought this was pretty fucking cool, man. If you know of a cooler Snoopy, let me know. But this is my ace right here, man. Tracksuit Snoopy is the fucking dude. Thank you for noticing.
Garfield up there too?
That's not a Garfield. That's a Wicket, man.
No, that's
from Star Wars.
Yeah, I know that's an Ewok.
Oh yeah, Carrie gave me some bizarre Garfield thing, but I've never really been a Garfield fan.
Thing, yeah. Oh, you're not a Garfield fan.
Never been a big Garfield fan. Yo, do we have any suggestions for the games? Because I totally about to. Caleb in the chat asked where my iMillie's at. MikeMasonDesign.com. But the store's pretty light right now. Man, I'm telling you, this month has been like editing that fam special, and then this Z thing that I was mentioning. It's been a month of editing. I'm so ready to get back into the studio. So I'm going to be in there shortly. We've got some for the next Hunger Fun packs going out. And then I've got stock for like a couple different dragon eyes, a couple different octopus eyes. And then I've even got some fun CADs and stuff to do like a fire fade, like solid spectrum color eye. It's going to be good times. Yeah, so that's coming. Thanks for everybody's patience on the iCane tip. Because yeah, I'm just dying to get back into the studio. It just hasn't happened, so... but it will soon. So, game time. Let's play some games.
Yeah.
Who's ready to play some games? What games do y'all want to play?
What games are we gonna play? This is on Jackbox TV.
Yeah, you need to load your Jackbox.tv.
Yeah, while you're picking out a thing, I'll explain the game for those of you that haven't joined us before. So if you would like to play a game with us this evening, this is kind of hangout time. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you're just tuning in, sorry you missed the demo, but you can go back and watch that. Yep. You could still hang out with us, though. So we're going to play some games on jackbox.tv. So if you want to play along, you're going to need to have a controller, and you're going to be able or need to watch the stream. So that means either 2 windows on a computer or a computer in your phone, or TV in your phone. I think somebody on Android was figuring out how they were actually able to do it on their phone just completely last week, but I didn't get a chance to explore that option on my phone to see if that was an option as well. But are we murdering folks up in here?
Oh, we're gonna murder some folks. Somebody's getting killed.
Oh no. RFBV is the room code.
All right, I'm in.
To join. Good job, good job. Good job, M-Dog. So there are slots for 8 people this game. One of them's taken already. But after the 8 people join, if you still would like to play and the slots are all full, you can join the audience. And the audience, we all get to play together too. So I usually hang out and let everybody else in first. And once everybody's in, if there's a space left, I'll jump in and join us. But I like playing in the audience too. And it looks like Robert in chat was the person that was able to figure out the mini screen on the Android with either his controller or the stream, which is pretty cool. Oh, look at this. This looks great. I'm so glad everybody could join us tonight. Thank you so much. Kind of wishing that Tim would have been able to be here with us, but I think I was able to get a lot of the information that we chatted about, at least in our phone call, out to you guys. And he's a really friendly, helpful guy. He's on Instagram, so you can always go over to his Instagram and let him know that you appreciated him sharing. If you have any questions, I'm sure you could ask him there. Check out his glassware, his scientific glassware, scientific barware. Thank you. And it looks like I might be able to join this game because there's a spot. So let's see, room code F. Nope, RFBV. What I just did there, RFBV. Awesome. Oh, look at us. So you can still pop in the audience if you want to.
All right, we give him just another second here. Where's my players at?
They're all in there, I think.
Are they?
I think so. Oh, one.
Oh, never mind. That's all. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was one spot left.
Nope. That's
all right. Well, then let's do this.
Spot, yeah.
There we go.
The local residents familiar with the abandoned building's history know it simply as the Murder Hotel.
The infamous hotel was run by a mysterious family for several generations until closing. In unrelated news, the trivia murder party killer is still on the loose. Up next, raisins.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. I flooded the roads myself to strand you here in a fight for your life. Only one of you will survive. Anyway, we know you have many choices for your murder hotel needs, and we're grateful you chose us. Okay, first question. Which line is from The Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Use your device to answer the question. That means the audience, too. Time's almost up.
Now, guys, this game has some sound effects that might sound like a bong's being hit. Don't worry about that.
That's random.
The
Is that
rest
what
of
you
probably
choose
you,
Carrie.
that game?
it's time.
A flame game going around
Welcome
here.
to the killing room. Okay, this one is more of an experience.
Everybody remember what overhead projectors were?
Some families hide their shame. We gift wrap them. Pick a box and keep what's inside. Avoid the ones with air holes.
Oh, somebody took the gift I was gonna take.
But you wanted that dope red one, huh?
Actually, that purple and yellow one was really pretty.
Got no taste.
Yeah. Mike's a true Husker. Oh, you got a
Dear,
wig.
my mother's wig. I'm powerless when I think Mother's
You got
around.
the prize.
Oh, Mother! I've missed you so! I'm a big boy now, Mother. I'm glad you're
my
playing my
gosh.
big boy game.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
Who will win?
Yes, I
Who
get to
will
keep the
die?
wig.
Maybe the audience. Hey, audience. I hope you all die
The
in my
button is a
game.
third eye.
Hot tip.
This is
You
awesome.
can join the audience at any time.
I mean, who's really winning here? Because I got the wig, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
Let's keep moving. Which possession does the giving tree give the little boy?
Aw.
Gives that motherfucker everything.
Everything. I know, right?
Little kid was an asshole. Just took everything that damn
I
tree
know,
had.
right?
Time's running out.
That kid ever plant a seed. Come on.
This.
Bam. I'm back in the game, baby.
rest
And
of
I got a
you.
wig.
Time for consequences.
Hey, that okay. I was gonna say that's what I chose, but I was looking at
Welcome
Caleb.
to room 217.
There you go. I'm good.
The old skewers trick. Pick a space in this box to hide yourself. Oh, I sure do hope you're claustrophobic.
Gonna stab you all with some swords. Good luck.
Choose now, or I'll choose for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sing Sky, hit me in flight.
Any good magic trick needs some helpful volunteers. Now, can you confirm that we've never met before? Just kidding. A little magician banter. You get a sword.
Volunteer
On your
murderers.
device, choose a row or a column to run your sword through. I like to call this trick Abracadabra. Parry, thrust. Nice.
Yes.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Everybody was hiding on that one side of the box.
Do I get money for the murders? Yes.
Kill bonus.
Oh, yeah.
We're not done
Coming
with
for
you
you, girl.
yet. Remember, dead players are still
wig matches me
players,
better. Can
just
I have it?
more see-through.
Give me the wig.
Keep playing,
There'll be no
and you just might
contrast.
steal someone else's life force and win the game.
Dull. Gray. Dreary. Blend right into the wall. You'd never see me coming.
Let's try another one.
Bam, bam.
Where is Manila?
Envelope? Oh, sneaky. Philippines?
I have time to Google this, but I choose not to
don't,
because
don't
I'm
Google
honest.
this, folks. Sound it out.
Good lord.
Almost out of time.
Philly. The Philly? The Philly. Philly?
Who picked this?
Cheating bastards.
What?
Oh, mother! I can't send you
You
to the
obviously
killing
didn't
floor.
sound it out.
One of you is still alive.
Oh,
Come
hell
with
yeah.
me.
See, the wig saved me from the killing floor.
This one lets you protect yourself with a password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Make it hard to
Enter a
guess.
real
If your
4-letter
password gets
word.
cracked, you die.
Shnikes.
Now everyone else will try to crack the password. As a team, guess the password on your
Yeah, I guess
device.
so, huh?
You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot. If anyone figures out the password before time runs out, I will reward you all. This is a team effort, so share clues out loud with each other.
Damn, we only got one letter in this motherfucker?
Jeez.
Time's almost up.
Oh! Did
I
we
thought
get it?
everyone was good at hacking passwords these days,
got it.
but I
Did we
guess
get
I
it?
was wrong. I'm so happy you're playing my game, Mother. You look a little different than I remember, but I'm sure that's just a me thing. We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. What is Elton John's full legal name?
Oh my. Rocket John.
Live on, John. That's my nickname in college.
What was it?
No.
Oh.
It was Rocket John.
Who picked this?
That's right. I heard that shit somehow, some way.
I want to show you
Really?
something.
Yeah. It rang true to me at least.
Math! It's back, baby! Do as much math as you can before time runs out.
Oh, math,
The
math.
worst mathlete will be
Bring it.
punished.
Guy used to crush this one.
Let's go!
Dude, you guys suck. Pick up the pace. I totally bet against my girlfriend.
Numbers come in all shapes and
ass.
sizes. I mean, you just gotta love that. Only a couple seconds of math
I'm
left.
better at pluses than minuses. Always have been. Little known fact.
Oh!
Wow, this ended with you
Look at
to the
me.
power of dead. It's so weird having my mom play the game. I wonder if this ever happened to Pat Sajak. Let's keep moving. What is made by being flash frozen in a bath of liquid nitrogen? Time's running out. Who picked this? Only a
Damn,
ghost
Sky
got it
Hippie, you
wrong.
ain't never been to Busch
Way too
Gardens or some
easy.
shit? Come on.
You know, they did say they
Let's try
actually
another
booted
one.
themselves from the game. I don't know if they got to sign back.
If
in
I'm
or
giving
not.
myself a
Wait, what?
French tip
Oh,
nail, which, I mean, come on, I'd never do that. What does that mean?
The fuck?
Time's almost up. Who picked this? Follow me.
Distorted's playing it to You're like, you doth protest too much, man. We all knew
There's
it.
nothing more fun than fogged up mirrors.
You probably have a
hey,
French
look,
tip right
the
now,
ghost of my
don't you?
Aunt
I'm just playing.
Mildred is writing on this mirror.
Aw.
Pay attention to her unique handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word. But so will everyone else. Draw a word on the mirror, and maybe you'll trick someone into thinking it's Aunt Mildred's. Go ahead and start writing. Pay attention to the words as they appear, and try to spot my auntie. So many convincing words to choose from. Now,
Well.
type the word that Aunt Mildred wrote, or you die. Enter the right word now, or you die. Would the real Aunt Mildred please stand up? Aunt Mildred would, like, never say that. It's time for you to join my Aunt Mildred.
Ouch. I got
Let's keep
overtaken.
moving. Which is not something the devil claims to have done in the song Sympathy for the Devil.
Boom, boom, boom.
Almost out of
I love that
time.
you still have your wig.
Who picked?
Stay pimping with
This.
my wig, yo.
You look very sympathetic.
Come with me. Let's roll them bones.
Uh-oh.
Roll as much as you want to add to your score. I'll kill the player with the lowest score. But go over 21 and you die instead. And don't forget, if they roll a skull, that adds 1 to everyone's score. I've been tinkering with this game design for like a really long time, so I hope you like it. Ooh,
Did it.
busted! One of the most common dangers of dice is blowing up. If you had to guess, do you think
Who's this
everyone playing the
W3S
audience right now was a
motherfucker?
total dum-dum? Or are there like
Out
2 or
of
3
nowhere.
smart people in
Oh,
there
damn.
fighting against a tide of wrong answers? Huh, we may never know.
Mike's over there meditating.
Let's try another one. Where's your ACL? Time's running out. Who picked this? I don't like seeing that. Let's keep moving. The International Space Station is about the same size as what?
Imagine having to live inside one of those with other people. Which one would you choose?
Time's
Not the one
almost
with
up.
all those pedophile ass priests, I'll tell you that. Boom!
Who picked this?
Ooh, I got it.
I can't keep saving you,
Damn, I
Mother.
hope it's not as big as an Olympic
I
swimming
want to show
pool,
you
'cause that's
something.
tiny.
Screw it. Let's play a game of Quiplash.
Oh.
The game will send a question to your devices. Type in the funniest answer you can think of and hit send. I gave this one a longer than usual timer because everyone loves waiting through longer than usual timers. Enter something or I will be very angry. Let's see if you're funnier than my neighbor.
The worst thing to hear emanating from your closet.
What's
or
going
anybody's
on?
closet, for goodness sakes. Come on!
I fucked up.
Trying to ruin my fun party vibe, huh? Boo.
Hope I didn't lose my wig.
Oh, I'll miss you, Mother. The player with the least money is.
What, Carrie?
Oh!
The hell?
I was saying it would look nice on me.
I know, this is bullshit.
And I have to say, I was
Oh,
right.
I forgot I have dinner reservations. We need to wrap this up. Okay, this is a game where only one person can survive, so... I hope you don't mind a little water. Only one of these keys will open the lock to your tank. So many keys to choose from.
Oh no. Hope I get out of this alive.
Couple
No!
choices here, drowning or trying another key.
Oh. Me and my wig are dying.
Finding keys is hard. I think we
Fucked
can
your
all
wig
relate
right
to
up.
that.
Yep. I don't know who gets it now, but
Glad to see you're the one to make it here alive. But will you be the one to
the
escape?
wig slapped on top of that.
Well, we're all dead
I'm
now?
going to
Damn.
give you a category. Never married. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for each correct answer. You're a little bit closer to escaping. Oh wait, did you think it was going to be just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up. Roll doll books. Those ghosts are closing in on ya. States of New England.
M-Dog's stepping up, trying to take over my wig again, huh?
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Was not that
It's
dude's
only
night.
darkness.
Oh, Caleb, watch out.
He's gonna have to buy a
Kanye
sticker
West
pack.
albums.
Well, this is my area of expertise.
Time is almost up.
Bam! Called that shit.
Don't look back because there's a ghost right there. You won't be forgotten, whoever you were. Stage names. You stole some yummy life force. Words in the preamble of the U.S. Constitution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have to memorize that when you're like 5th grade or something?
The darkness approaches. Characters snapped away in Avengers Infinity War. Time is almost
I
up.
don't watch this bullshit. This is not fair.
Yeah. It's okay. It's alright. You're doing great. Look at you out ahead.
The end is near, but in a good way. Not so fast. If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need a perfect answer to this question. And that includes the third answer choice now, too. You have to get all the right answers to escape.
Racing for that honeycomb.
Food named after people.
Sherry. Oh, Sherry.
What?
Nope, not enough. Newspaper comic strips. Time is almost up.
Come on, I think I got this.
Not sure that's
Yes!
funky.
It's over, son!
It is funky. Way to go. Good job,
That's
baby.
right. That's right.
Congratulations, baby.
Hell yeah. That's right. Well, I just want to congratulate myself. That was a good game. I played it well. I'm just playing. Yeah, that was tight. That was fun. Who was the homie who was like W whatever the fuck? Get at me. prizecentralstation@gmail.com. Just be like, yeah, I was that guy who was in 3rd place or whatever it was. And let's play another game, man. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
But not this. I'm done with the
No more
X.
killing people.
It's not X Central Station or whatever. Boom.
No. All right, new room code.
What should we play though? What do y'all want to play? How about that actual Quiplash game? That shit was fun.
Yeah. So what happened there? I was totally confused because I don't
It just
hear any
made you
volume,
play
so I
another
wasn't
game.
sure.
It was crazy.
Ah.
It was wild. Who knows what'll happen?
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you accidentally ended the game somehow and there was another game. I was very confused. New room code. Miggity KB.
That's right. All right, join in, dogs. This one's fun.
Oh, it's bathroom time. Oh, I got it.
All right. I'm here. Here. It's time to do drugs. I mean, not do drugs. All right, 2 more spots left. This is tight. Who will it be? Who will join our game and risk it all to entertain their friends? Can't wait till we can all throw this up on a big screen, you know, with like a bunch of us in a room, though, you know, like passing around one and all that shit. I mean,
That'll be fun.
yeah, when'll that be? Like, are you vaccinated?
Wednesday. Not yet, no.
You got the vaccine? Alright, well then you can't hit this blunt. I need a vaccine
Bring
pass.
Your own blunt. Right on.
Hey there, I'm Schmitty, and if you're lucky, I'll let you pick one item from the mystery bucket. But first, Quiplash. Only one of you can win the game, but all of you have my respect. Most of you have my respect. And remember, anybody watching can affect the game by voting for the best quips. Just use the room code at any time to join the audience. This is round 1. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go!
Popularity, huh?
Audience members, instead of just waiting around while the players type, try the audience play-along.
Gotta think fast.
I was. Like, how many questions are there? Answer them all.
Hurry! Hit the safety quit button if you can't think of something. Let's see what we got. Number 1 on the list, the worst thing to admit during a sleepover. Okay, pick your favorite. Next on the list,
Poor
the
Billy.
one thing they don't show you on the Pentagon tour is the secret blank room. Vote away.
Got that weapon grade blow.
The secret powder room, bro.
Yeah.
Sexy weapons are
Who knows, man?
Next in the
Why they don't
hopper,
show you that room?
the name of an
Secret.
animated movie that stars a surfing cow. Ready, set, vote.
Milk Wave. That's a good name. Call that shit Mark Zuckerberg, man. He was riding a milk wave with that shit on his face. Oh, good one, baby.
Thank you.
Cha-ching.
Moving on. Don't throw out those used chopsticks. They could be used in flight.
Cha-ching.
To vote.
One would too.
Oh my god, that was too funny. That was a joke just for mom and dad, y'all.
Yes, yes. Yes. You're so cute.
Wow. Full tie there.
You can see what's important in this group.
Your next
Yeah.
prompt is the name of a fast food restaurant where the workers don't wear pants.
Taco
And
Bell.
vote.
Long John Silver's, no.
Done slivers.
Yeah, that's good. I see why you were so intent on making sure I got it right.
Making sure you got it right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As long as that's slivers, damn it!
Livers. not
No
silver.
relation, just saying.
Okay, vote.
That was part of the joke. And prescription drugs. Don't forget the prescription drugs. Collection. Who's playing with us? Ooh, look at that tie.
Moving on. The worst picture to see framed in your grandmother's house.
Hell yeah.
Coming
Hey,
up
as
next,
long as I win.
what did Adam and Eve
And then ruined it for
really do to
everyone.
get thrown out of the Garden of Eden? Time to vote.
Oh my god. Yeah, this would be a really fun game to play in a room full of people with listening to TV and everybody on their devices.
That's round 1. Let's take a look at the scores.
Ooh.
We're killing it, baby. Good job.
Round 2 time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me. Audience members, while players are typing in their answers, try the audience play along.
Audience is keeping it real over here. Smash that red max with a wrecking ball.
Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety quip. These better be good. The first prompt is a bad name for a proctologist, Dr. Blank. Okay, select your favorite quip.
Or is it a great name? You know what I mean?
Not a bad name for.
Next prompt. What a U.S. president could say during a State of the Union address to get everybody to clap. Put in your votes.
I love how it's like free drugs or free alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Think of your demographic.
Nice.
You get a joint. And you get a joint.
Yeah.
You get a joint.
And next, a good name for a fictional town in Australia. Vote on your devices.
Kangasack.
Oh, that's funny.
Oi. Lot of right circulars down there in Kangasack.
Kangasack, Western Australia. Postal code 95009. Kangasack. Maybe it's 6969 is the postal code. Yep.
Damn, baby, that was a...
I
gave up the game.
know, right? Yar.
Damn, you just got like in Mortal
Next up.
Kombat, you know, like perfect
You
victory.
don't start to lose weight when your gut blocks your view of
I
blank.
can't breathe.
Vote now.
They knocked me down. Oh.
Can't believe nobody said torch.
Definitely. Then for sure. whiplash. Big thingy.
Flawless victory.
That's trademark whiplash.
Up next, a pull-string toy of this player would definitely say blank.
Was that thing Garfield said?
It's voting time.
Where's the dang key?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it would say, but you know.
These are the alternate sayings. And that Garfield full string thing has like at least 3 or 4 sayings, so. Alright, they can all be Denki, or I love lasagna.
You ain't getting no
like
perfect
yourself.
with me.
You don't sound like yourself tonight.
No, I didn't feel
And
right
next
like
is the
doing
name
it
of
to
a
myself.
nightclub for people in their 40s. Okay, vote.
Feel attacked. Closes at 9. It's more like your house.
Next on deck, the name of an exhibit you'd be surprised to see at an art museum. Get to voting.
butt pie would probably be something you actually would see. This audience just likes butts.
Well, I
Next
should
in
remember
line,
that. It's been at
every
least
airline flight should come with a
3 or 4
free
weeks that
blank.
I've noticed it now.
Vote away.
They do come with a free face mask now, though.
Peanuts too, though, right? Well, I guess not. Maybe pretzels, because...
Oh, the motherfuckers are broke as hell. They're dying out there.
Yeah.
That's it for round 2. Let's see those scores.
Damn.
And now round 3, the last lash. This time you'll all be answering the same prompt. Write a quip using these word lash rules. Everybody's in. It's round 3, so you've got 3 medals to award. A gold, a silver, and a bronze. Make your picks.
Oh my god. Category at the Sundance Film Festival is crazy.
Say what now?
This category at the Sundance Film Festival is crazy.
Okay, who's taking home some medals? Bronze first. Bring out the silver. And finally, gold. Let's sell off those medals for points.
I tied with no answer.
That's the end. Let's see the final scoreboard.
Nice. Nice job, MM. Yo, get at me at Prize Central Station at gmail.com. Who still wants to play another game, man? Y'all want to play another game? What's up?
I'd play another game. It says there's still 60 people watching.
You want to play it? If Carrie wants to play another game, then we're playing another game, so. And if Carrie wants to play another game, then I know what game we're playing, so.
Yeah! Oh yeah. Do I need another beer?
Carrie doesn't ever get to hear the Fibbage music because she's in the hangout, you know? So she only gets the visuals. So I'm always singing these songs to her and she's just like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I don't understand. It's a great song, but I don't get it.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
I
It's
love
just
it.
like, man, Mike's gone crazy.
No, I love it. That's like
All right.
totally like 60s. This is all my era. I didn't grow up then, but I feel like I should have.
All right.
Yeah. Austin Powers, that vibe.
It's very much that Austin Powers vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more spot. Who's taking it?
I could take it, but I also want to get a spritz. So torn. All right.
Jump in the game, baby.
I'm gonna take it.
All right, it's game time.
And then grab a spritz.
You've had enough.
No, I shouldn't. Okay. All right. You're probably right. I've got water.
Enjoy that sparkles.
It should have been sparkles, actually. I was thinking
Welcome to Enough About You,
Lemon
the game where we learn fun facts about each other. For example, I got into voiceover work due to my crippling eczema. See, it's fun.
Just step into my
8
water room.
players. You know what might be
that's
fun?
right.
You guys host, and I'll play the game, right?
Room. I'll be
Okay,
right back.
maybe
Yeah.
next time. Oh, and anyone else who wants to get in can be in the audience. The audience votes on fake answers to fool those gullible players, and they also get to guess the truth. Let's play.
We legitimately have a room where we store our water.
Man,
Okay,
that was
here's the
brilliant
deal.
placement.
You're about to see a question on your device. Answer truthfully.
like that?
In a
Yeah.
sec, you'll get your chance to lie about your fellow players. You get 500 points for
You have to bring
everyone
the
you
citrus
fool,
up there.
1,000 for finding
It's
the
like a little
truth,
bar.
and when the question's about you, you get reputation points for players who get the right answer. Got all that? Good. Check your device and answer that question.
I'm not saying I've ever explicitly done what they asked me about, but
Okay, first word. That's all they were asking. Just
but
Here's
close.
the first
think
question.
of a word right now.
It
and
may
tell us
seem
what it is.
weird, but this player once bought blank online. Okay, enter your lies. Come on, time's running out. All right, pick the truth.
None of these seem weird.
And what did people pick?
Motherfuckers.
Impressive lie for this film.
Just got catfished.
Would you believe?
What is a roll doll?
Sure.
All right, here it is. One of the most embarrassing places this player ever farted was blank. Type in your lies now.
Okay.
Hurry up and finish before time runs out. Okay, take a look and find the truth.
Good answers here.
Okay, let's take a look.
Would have been a good place though.
Candle store.
Would have had a good cover up.
I was saying you light the candle on fire or whatever.
Here's
Is that the
something
joke?
you might be interested
well,
in.
I was thinking they were all scented candles, so you'd never know.
So good at lying.
Here's a question for you. A book this player has lied about reading is blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry, time's almost up. Okay, which one's the truth?
No comment.
So many good
All right,
answers here.
who picked what?
Ooh.
Now look, I'm just saying after like the first 10 chapters, you know, it's kind of fluff, so I don't really think I've finished that motherfucker, you know? I've read most of it. But, you know.
Okay, here's your question. If this player had to pick a new first name, it'd be blank. Write your lies now. Hey, I'm serious about that timer. Finish quick. Okay, look for the truth and pick it.
Sorry, but man, when Jason Lee brings the heat, it's over. It's over. Thank you. Man, oh man.
Okay, what did everyone pick?
Gotta love it. Huge shout outs to Jason Lee, man. He's the best. Such a nice guy. Sets the example, you know.
Yeah.
Sir Dabalot.
That's right.
Good one, good one. Damn, you're gaining on me, girl.
I'm gonna be taken
Let's
over
see how
by
this
Sir
strikes you.
Dabalot.
The one stupid thing that always makes this player irrationally
And
angry
your mom
is
gets irrationally
blank.
angry so
All right,
often.
type in
this
your
is really hard
lies.
to tell. Get it? Your mom was with us last week too, and it was really funny reading it as your mom.
Finish quick before you ruin it for everyone.
Oh, I missed it.
All right, where's the truth?
That was a good one. Somebody picked there a good one.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Good one, good one.
Nice fibbing. Well, there it is.
People. Live the solitary life, man.
Just saying, when Spotify changes that album art, it's totally bullshit. I'm like, man, I already used to this song. Why you gotta be adding a new artwork? What the hell is this?
This player thinks blank would make a good road trip companion.
Guess that's just me.
Write your lies now.
Yes. I hear your irrational anger.
Hurry, time's almost up. Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
Oh my.
Yeah. Whoops, I picked the wrong one. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Hey, but whatever. Ted Bundy. Whew.
You know.
All right, let's see what you guys picked.
New kiln. Good one, though. Good one. Can't argue with that.
It was also...
Wait for it.
Oh, baby. Good one, good one.
Jinx!
That's funny. 3 of us answered like Mason.
Man, gotcha.
Good lying there, well fibbed. Well, so much for that one.
Candy caning on me. This is bull. I better step up my line.
Okay, focus up.
Yeah,
Other
baby.
than the present, the time
Yeah, wait,
period this
throw
player
it in
would
here.
most like to live in would be blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up and finish before time runs out.
Look at that.
Okay, where's the truth?
Dinosaur times.
Whatever you're
I
the
love
60s
this
have
part.
the most orgies.
Good one, baby. Good one.
Thank you. I had a hard time with this one. There were 3 60s.
Yeah, a
You're,
lot of
you're all
60s.
winners, yes.
And the question is, the first word that popped into this player's head was blank. Enter your lies now.
You're too close to the truth. Enter something else is what it told me.
I knew it. I knew
God
it.
damn it. Such a butthead.
That's funny.
It was.
Come on, time's
Damn
running
it.
out.
Okay. Fuck.
Welcome to my water room.
All right, find the truth.
uh,
Let's see how things shook out.
Tiramisu. That was a good one.
Click clack.
That was a good one.
Nice lie.
Yep. I tried to enter that,
know?
and it was like, that's too close to the truth, dog. You gotta
Sorry, that's exactly the
another
truth,
answer. Yeah.
You are now entering the final round.
Uh-oh,
Everyone
uh-oh.
write one truth and one lie about themselves. Doesn't matter what it is. Make those lies convincing because you get points for every one you fool and for guessing other players' truths. Go! Your time tap gone. If you're still working on that truth, you might want to move on to your lie. Hey, I'm serious about that timer. Finish quick.
Yeah, just sneaking shits in.
Hooray, hooray!
Okay, spot the truth about
More
this
people
player.
passed out, I think.
It's not easy. Well.
He did mention he was from Wuhan. I don't know.
Wuhan Wild.
Spot the truth.
Terrible liar. Good to know.
He might start the virus at Melt.
Basic logic applies to this answer. You take logic and statistics in college to make up for the fact that I didn't take math.
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck Loke is, but I assume it's like...
You know, right? This is a trick answer.
Shed these dabs.
THC beer.
Carb cap in this bottle.
I hope if you fly airplanes that you're also sober.
I mean, you at least gotta have a drink or two to take the edge off. Doesn't sound safe, but... right. It was.
Take a guess.
Are you gonna tell the story tonight?
Maybe not tonight, I don't know.
No, okay. no longer verify my slideshow story time.
Yup. This is back in my school days, yo, and long story short, I used to, like, do graffiti, and these principals, man, they hated me so much, but they never ever had any proof about that. So when they caught me smoking cigarettes, they fucking threw the book at me, baby. They called in the school resource officer, and they were like, book him, Johnny, or whatever the fuck, you know, and they fucking arrested me for smoking cigarettes. Good times, good times.
Indeed. I think I wrote 4 quilts.
Yeah.
You wrote what?
Yeah, well, not right. I'm the best fibber. Hell yeah, and I got the most likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Alright, Wild, you did great though, man. You had some really funny fucking things in there and stuff. Dude, hit me up, prizecentralstation@gmail.com. Yeah, yo, I think we'll wrap it up there, but I wanted to thank everybody who joined us and stuck around to play games and all that shit. Yeah, I'll tell you guys what happened with the cigarette arrest. So it was me and a buddy that I got caught smoking with, man, and he was a bad kid too, but he wasn't as bad as me. Like, these vice principals really had it out for me, but he got caught up in the game, you know, because they wanted to fuck with me. But this kid, man, his family was well off, and they came in with, like, big dog lawyer. And it wasn't even needed because the judge was like, the fuck is this? Like, the judge was seriously, like, he seemed upset. Like, what the fuck is this? Why y'all wasting my time with this? Why are you charging these nice young men with fucking cigarette shit? The hell is this? Like, he was pissed. I mean, we probably deserved it, but... Anyways, alright,
You had him killed.
I legitimately volunteered at the hospital, okay? Like, as much as it's fun to joke about being a bad kid or whatever, I just like to smoke weed and shit, you know, whatever, man. And so I was in the system as a volunteer at the hospital, and the judge, man, he gave us the minimum he could. He was like, 30 hours of community service. Get the fuck out of here. This is whack. And you know, like, I legitimately volunteered, but because this was bullshit, I just signed into the volunteer system at the hospital at times when nobody was supposed to be there. And then I just got high and smoked cigarettes, you know, with the doctors and shit out on the porch. And I'm like 16 at the time or whatever, you know, but whatever. So that's the story about how I got arrested for smoking cigarettes and how I totally, like, frauded my way out of doing the community service or whatever. But anyways, on that note, let's wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys stick around, make this a party, and, you know, we'd get the serious stuff out of the way, and then it's time to have some fun together. And I can't wait until we can do this in person, you know. I want to cook pizzas for you guys. Oh, woo.
Oh,
and I showed y'all some last week.
Your new pizzas?
You know, we can take the time to show the homies some of the newest pizzas. They're coming out real fucking proper. Let me see if I can find one in my thing. I shared it in this culinary group. And I think this is pretty representative. Hey, well, I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, there. Oh, there it is. Alright. Here it comes. Put it away. Alright, here is a recent pizza from your boy. And that's got prosciutto, the mozzarella, San Marzano sauce. I mean, look at that crust just puffing out. And this is legit Neapolitan pizza, yo. This is what I've been trying to do. That was the whole game plan, and I'm not some genius with it, man. You know, I just found some really good resources and, you know, went out of my way to figure out how to do it all, and got an oven that gets hot enough and all that shit. So, yeah, I mean, last week we shared something and everybody was like, pizza demo! Like, I'm just really beginning to feel totally confident about making pizzas and doing this in this style, so... Anyways, that was a random one from the other day. Thought you guys might enjoy that. Anyways, yo, huge ups to everybody who stuck around, made this thing a party. I really appreciate y'all out there. Thanks for sticking around and playing games with us, or just sticking around for the games, whatever it'll be. Really appreciate y'all out there. Hope everyone's doing okay.
Hanoon stepped into chat.
Oh, the man, hell yeah. Much love to Hanoon. Yeah, I can't wait till you can stop through and get one of these pizzas or whatever. Let me hand y'all off to Carrie. Get this fibbage out of the way. Go away. Go away. All right, there we go. It went away. All right, yo, good night, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. Much love. Hope y'all have a great rest of your week until we chat again. Peace.
Yes, like Mike said, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. It's really because you guys join us that we get to do what we do, and Mike puts all this work into it for you all. So if you weren't here, he wouldn't have any reason to do it. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.